Hey guys, it's Jordan Sparks. Welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my wild and crazy hair. I let it air dry today on its own and it dried very curly and voluptuous, if you will, but this piece right here has a mind of its own. Anyways, today we are going to be doing a psychic reading of Dance Mom star Maddie Ziegler. Quick disclaimer on this video, just like any of my other psychic videos. Hello. I am a psychic, not a psychologist, so everything in these videos is intended for insight, education, and entertainment purposes only. That being said, like I said, I am a psychic, so I read energy and spirit, past, present, and future. Spirit, again, is just energy as well, so it's all just really energy if you really think about it that way. Now, Maddie Ziegler, I believe she is 18 years old, and Maddie, of course, we all know from starring on seasons 1 to 6 of Dance Moms as the star dancer. I'm going to reference a lot of chakras and aura colors probably because that is usually how I do. I'm immediately seeing baby pink and baby blue for Maddie in terms of aura colors, so to me that is telling me that she communicates from the heart and that her aura, actually, I'm seeing is like multicolored. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so basically Maddie's predominant authentic aura colors are pink, baby pink, and light blue, which is like your heart chakra, and that is symbolic of like the way that Maddie communicates from the heart. And she's going to be very loving and compassionate in the way that she communicates and the way that she is as a person. So that is going to come through in her relationships and in her art and everything like that. And the light blue is of the throat chakra, and that tells me that Maddie really thinks about what she's going to say, that she really is thoughtful and precise with her words. She's very aware of how her words are going to affect others, and she kind of leads with that. Now, interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of different colors here, but what this is telling me is Maddie is like a rainbow chameleon, is the best way to put it. So Maddie may use every single different aura color in order to like front, in order to get by in her career. I'm not saying this in like a manipulative way. I'm just saying like masking almost, if you were familiar. I'm actually, I'll touch on that later, but I'm actually getting to like a bunch of like sensory processing and neurodiverse coming through about Maddie. So okay, overwhelming already. Lots of information, Maddie Ziegler. Let me have a sip of my coffee in this super old cup. Okay. How to communicate this. So Maddie is like a chameleon. I see this in the form of masking, and this may be like she will be a certain identity when she steps on the scene for a new job. She steps on set to do a film, Maddie is an actor. She steps into a dance studio and she is going to learn to dance. She is a dancer. She embodies that entire energy. And the way that I see this with auras and colors in terms of masking is like she will see your energy and basically mirror it. And that is what she's doing in like social situations. Maddie's going to be everybody's best friend. She's going to be uncomfortable herself communicating with people that she's not very familiar with, but she's going to make you feel very comfortable. I'm also getting this exact same vibe from Melissa, both very rainbow, both very much the same mother-daughter in this way of communicating and in this way of excelling in life and succeeding and with business relationships and everything. This tells me that Maddie is also extremely guarded, that most people are going to get this rainbow Maddie up front. Maddie's going to be able to connect and kind of bond with you about anything, but only very, very select individuals are going to get into Maddie's inner circle and only very, very few select individuals are going to get to experience Maddie being coming from a very vulnerable place or communicating very vulnerably, sharing her secrets. I would say even amongst her family, that just because you are a family member doesn't mean that you are granted that kind of access into Maddie's life, and she's very guarded in that sense. What else am I getting for Maddie Ziegler? I'm getting, like I said, neurodiverse. To me, I guess it's not very shocking that Maddie ended up being drawn to or playing the character music. I think that the character was very much portrayed incorrectly and definitely did not have the same struggles or anything that Maddie experiences. But I see Maddie as being almost savant skilled when it comes to emotional learning. That is her learning style, unlike most people being like audio visual and such like that. There's many different learning styles, but Maddie's is actually emotional, so she actually learns through emotion, attaches that to everything that she does, and that's how she'll remember like all of the choreography and all of the technique and everything like that. So that is interesting when it comes to dance. That means that if she's able to let go and be comfortable and in her zone, she'll definitely be a great actor. She'll definitely be a great artist for the rest of her life. This is something that is core to Maddie and her humanity and who she is. This isn't a phase. So I guess I can also see the drawing and the connection between her and Sia, who is very much exactly the same, an artist through and through. I feel like Maddie was kind of stamped into a cookie cutter mold, and she feels as if she's been molded and branded and that she needs to adhere to that, but she's trying to come out of her shell and to show the world her weirdness, quote unquote. And yeah, I feel her coming into her own. She's going to be very much more comfortable with her neurodiversities. I feel as if Maddie definitely, like I said, I'm not a psychologist, I am a psychic, but I am seeing a lot of traits, like, not saying she's autistic, but autistic traits and ADHD traits. She's definitely, she fixates, that which is on an autistic trait, and can definitely be seen in other things like ADHD, but more like ADHD is more of a hyper focus, and having a hyper focus when you're interested and the outcome of something is the outcome of something is going to be stimulating to you, then you have like never-ending energy to do that. That is Maddie as well. So I'm seeing like fixating and hyper focus. This has helped her excel in dance. This can be extremely exhausting as a human being, but it is the reason why Maddie was able to stick to one narrow focus, such as being the best competitive dancer in North America. And so definitely a useful skill in the industry of entertainment, or if she were to have been like a professional athlete or anything, if she has a goal in her mind, she's definitely going to be able to set to it. I feel as if Maddie felt very gaslighted and emotionally taken advantage of as a child. She was treated as an adult very early and embodied that, like, oh, I am an adult. And now that she's an adult, she's realizing she kind of has to go back and reparent herself, explore who she is, be a child and have those experiences herself, and not have to worry about babysitting somebody else's emotions, whether that is like her mother's or her choreographer or other people that have high demands and expectations of her, or are invested in her. And so I think that is definitely going to be like kind of a Benjamin Button effect, where Maddie's going to go from being like a sophisticated and adult to being a lot more free and a lot more authentic to who she is. What else do we see about Maddie? Definitely a really, really good heart, really good pure intentions. She definitely has a lot of love in her heart. She's very, very empathic. She uses that empathic ability to communicate with other people. She uses it in order to understand art. Maddie, very, very sensitive, even when she was young, and still to this day, whether that be to criticism, energy, overstimulation, like sensory processing issues, whether that be from like light or temperatures or anything like that, textures of clothing. Also, I guess not surprising that you'd see that Maddie has a Fabletics line. It is probably a lot more to her desire and to her natural impulse to dress in very comfortable, movable fabrics. She's probably not a big fan of wearing tight jeans and tight-fitting clothing. I'm seeing that Maddie definitely has a future in the art, but I could see her also taking on a very like regular kind of life. There's a yearning there for being normal. I see Maddie having an issue still with protecting her own energy. She's becoming more aware of the need to protect her energy and to stand strong in her own solidarity. But she's still very sensitive to babysitting other people's energies and emotions, and because she's extremely empathic, she's going to be falling at victim to like narcissists and other people that prey on that kind of empathic energy. So my advice to Maddie would be learn how to protect your energy as soon as possible, and learn how to stand your ground and to know who you are. I'm seeing a general misalignment in the root chakra, or a blockage in Maddie's root chakra. She needs to become more grounded, and she needs to become very, it's going to be a journey for her, but luckily she's a dancer, so this has kept her somewhat grounded in her root chakra her entire life. But she needs to be more grounded in who she is and her firm identity, and not what people are telling her to be and who she should be. What do I see for Maddie? I could definitely see Maddie being a mom. I don't see this as being anytime in the near future. I see great, great love for Maddie's sister, Mackenzie. I see great love for Maddie's mother, Melissa, but there's also a strain here in this relationship. I feel as if Melissa maybe is lacking to grow in some way. I feel as if Melissa, maybe the relationship there is more like friends, and that she's always seen Maddie as being mature and responsible. So therefore there's like a lacking of like emotional support or stability that Maddie may have needed from that relationship. Still to this day, I feel as if that's something that they can definitely work on, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in Melissa's nature. I'm not saying that like as she's a bad mother or anything. It's just her way of communicating and her way of seeing the world and stuff may be a little bit different than what is aligned with Maddie's needs and stuff. I'm not saying that she neglects her children or anything like that, but I'm just saying like Maddie may need more reassurance. And even if she pretends she doesn't, she may need to hear like positive feedback and things like that, especially from her mother. She may have got to a point of being like, I don't need to hear that, because it was never present from that source. So she managed to get a source of positive affirmation somewhere else. I see, yeah, a lot of empathic ability. Maddie, very naturally intuitive, naturally psychic, but needs to protect her energy. She may have difficulty communicating sometimes and experience a blockage in her throat chakra because she feels one thing and wants to communicate one thing, but because she's extremely sensitive to other people's energies, she's aware of how they're going to react and how they may be hurt by what she's going to say. So she may even hold back from being honest or telling the truth in those situations, where in those kinds of situations, I'm like, speak your heart, speak what you need to say. Just maybe if you need to be physically disconnected from this person because you're going to react to their energy, or you're energy sensitive, maybe write them a letter or send them a Facebook note. There's no shame in that. And yeah, I see a bright future ahead for Maddie. I see lots of healing, lots of growth. I see a very artistic path for Maddie, and that she's not going to lose that. That is something that is firm in her soul and in her heart. Her spirit is enjoying exploring this universe in this life. I feel a very young spirit. Maddie has already began her spiritual awakening. I feel very aware of spirit, and that she may have had a very, very, very early spiritual awakening along the lines of like 8 years old. This I'm seeing was also coming along with like chaos and the responsibility to act like an adult. Oh, I've also met Maddie, I should say. That's interesting. I met Maddie in the mall in Toronto, and it was also a very law of attraction, instant manifestation thing. I was talking to my friend Chanel, and I was like, wow, I would definitely love to meet Abby and Maddie one day. And then right in front of me was Maddie Ziegler. And then there was Abby Lee Miller and Kendall as well, and Peyton and another adult woman. I'm not sure who she was, but yeah, that was very interesting. But yeah, I think that is it for this reading. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. If you are Maddie Ziegler and you're watching this for some reason, then hello, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you got something from it. And as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. I will catch you guys in the next video. If you like this one, make sure to give it a great big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell notification if you're brand new here. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.